What's going on, everybody? Tanner Wideman of BarbarianBody, and in today's video we're going to be covering the top 7 diet mistakes that most guys are making on their quest to build up muscle mass. As always, let's just get straight into this one. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Okay, mistake number 1 that you skinny guys are making. See, you're all sad, you're all boo-hoo. The reason you're skinny is because you're in too low of a caloric intake. You're not getting in enough calories. You've got 2 choices now that you know this, okay? Either one, you can eat more. I don't care if you think you're eating enough, you're not. And then get jacked, get bigger, build muscle. Sounds pretty cool. Or you can do what you've always likely been doing and what everybody who fails continues to do and complain. And the result of that, stay the same. And I'm gonna put it like this. If you think that you're eating enough calories and you haven't gained muscle in the past several weeks, no matter what you do, because you're eating enough, then you're not. Break through that paradigm, stop lying to yourself. Now, if you are nailing your calorie surplus, but you're not noticing as much muscular gains as possible, then this is likely what's happening too. You know that you need to eat a sufficient amount of protein every single day, and you might actually be trying. But in all likelihood, you are most likely only consuming, probably at max, 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight. When in reality, as I always say, consume 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So, you weigh 150 pounds, you need to consume 150 grams of protein every single day. No negotiations, no exception. Mistake number 3, a lack of this thing right here, preparation. See, this right here is supposed to be a representation of an empty fridge. So if your fridge is empty, your stomach's gonna be empty. And if your stomach's empty, you're not gonna be building up muscle mass. Prepare the night before, prepare on a Sunday. Preparation is one of the biggest keys to actually consuming the amount of calories and the protein that you need every single day. Mistake number 4, ignoring healthy fats. You can't in quotations, that's why I've added that there, because you actually probably could. Can't eat enough? Then start to consume high fats, because in high fats, there's high calories. Carbs and proteins, there's 4 calories per gram. In fats, 9 calories per gram. That's more than double the amount of calories. So if you got an itty bitty little tiny stomach, then you can get the same amount of volume of food with more than double the calories. I'm saving you some time here. Mistake number 5, and hopefully not a lot of you guys are doing this, you're doing this fasting. If you're not eating for 18 hours and you're expecting to get your calorie surplus of, maybe you have to eat 3,000 calories in a day in this tiny 6-hour window, and remember what I mentioned in the last point there, some people while just eating a regular diet throughout all hours of the day are still having a tough time getting the proper calories in, and you expect to hit your 3,000 calories right here in a matter of 6 hours, yeah, you understand now why I put what the Why the hell would you put yourself through that? Hopefully you're not doing that, but if you are, let this be an eye-opener. A 6-hour window is not very sufficient or practical for you to get 3,000 calories every single day for weeks on end. So good luck with bulking if you're gonna be doing fasting. Mistake number 6, I can't even remember the number that we're at here. You're trying to consume these 1,000-calorie meals about 3 times per day, and they're way too big for you. You can't digest it, it's too much food for your little stomach. So then handle the problem like a man and situate yourself in a situation, if that makes sense, with a meal structure that will be able to fit your little stomach. So start to have more frequent 500-calorie meals throughout the day. So this might mean snacking at all hours of the day. Hell, when I was trying to bulk back when I was in high school and my metabolism was straight up through the roof, like it was tough for me to put on weight, the only way I could hit my calorie surplus was by consistently snacking throughout the day. I would also have some fairly large meals in between, but that's just because I was burning an obscene amount of calories with sports. The main point here, if you can't get in these huge meals, if it feels like torture, then break them up into smaller meals throughout the day and just consistently keep eating. Last reason you're probably still skinny, you're looking for some crazy weird solutions out there and just not accepting the fact that this is all your responsibility and everything that I've just mentioned right there is going to be the only solution for you. And if you think otherwise, then you're a But truly and honestly, one of the best motivators I had to actually eat the proper amount was this high school football coach that I had. Anytime any of us would ask him, how do we put on weight? Because he was absolutely jacked out of his mind. He would say, eat. And then all the other kids would go, well, I'm eating enough. I'm eating enough. And he'd go, no, you're not. Clearly you're not. You look like stop bitching. I always heard this from the third person perspective. The same people that would always say, I'm eating enough, I'm doing everything I can, they would never get big no matter what. They just kept making excuses, asking the questions, and repeating this vicious cycle. Once I noticed this, and I said, maybe I'm being a
and I can actually consume a little bit more or just be a little bit smarter with consuming the proper amount of calories, and I got actually strict on this process, I realized he's actually right. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna keep this really, really simple. Stop trying to make this as confusing as you possibly can and stick to the foundations. Okay, so you're not a hard gainer, but what you're noticing is when you're doing your bulk, you're getting a lot of fat gain. You're losing your abs. You want to keep those while also building up your muscle mass. So let's talk about that. So the simple reason that this is happening is because you're in too high of a calorie surplus, because you're trying to put on like the 20 pounds of muscle in 20 days that you see a lot of guys marketing online. Now, is this possible? Sure, with illegal substances. Without that, not really practical. So what happens is when you're chasing this number and you're trying to put on as much muscle mass as you possibly can, is you're going to be going through like a 500 to a 1,000 calorie daily surplus. That's a lot, and that's gonna cause a lot of fat gain. This is also when guys sort of get into the dirty bulking. They're gonna eat McDonald's and pizza just to get those calories in and absolutely stuff themselves and go through crazy calorie surpluses to put on the weight. They don't care about anything but the numbers going up on the scale. Regardless of the fact that it's mostly gonna be fat, in their mind, the weight goes up, it's all muscle. And that's when guys will start to do all the mass gainers too. I'm gonna tell you right now, all of the buddies that I've had that use mass gainers, none of them got jacked out of their mind. Most of them just got fat or they got no results at all. All the big jack guys that I personally know, zero mass gainer. So the solution, instead of doing all of this and winding up getting fat, prolong your bulk and actually do a lean bulk instead. And what you're gonna do for a lean bulk is have a calorie surplus of 350 calories every single day. So that's 350 calories on top of your maintenance level. This is gonna take you a little bit longer, but the gains you're gonna make are gonna be primarily muscle and not so much fat. Or if you'd like, you can go the disillusioned route and try to put on as much weight as possible and just eat as much food as possible, and then realize you're gonna have to spend the next 6 to 8 weeks in a severe cut trying to get rid of all of that fat that you gained in your bulk. So for the most part, if you're getting too fat in your bulk, then your calorie surplus is too high. Bring that down to about a 350 daily calorie surplus and prolong your lean bulk so that you can gain more muscle and less fat.
All right, before we go any further, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Whether you're just trying to make your own online website or an online store, Squarespace has you covered. So Squarespace is basically designed for any purpose, and all of their platform is going to be able to handle the major things such as pages, galleries, blogs, commerce, calendars, and a whole lot more. And when it comes to getting high quality images for your website, yeah, 40 million Getty images. Each image just costs you $10 a piece because you definitely want some high quality images on your website, so they pretty much got you covered there as well. And not only that, if you're also looking for custom domains, you don't want to go to all these third-party sites, you can actually just get one straight from Squarespace. So if you want to make yours johnsworkshopwebsite.com, well, they've got you covered. Just order it straight from Squarespace. And not just that, if you're actually looking for some more dynamic video backgrounds on your website, yeah, you can do that too. So you can head on over to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, be sure to head on over to squarespace.com/BarbarianBody for 10% off your first order. And I just want to say a big, massive thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. So there you guys go. That concludes today's video. I know I answered this in a little bit more of a unique way than I typically do, and it's just simply because it's so simple. So I had to answer it in a way that's going to be point blank and really drill my points home. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then be sure to smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.